We are introducing ELO Rankings to the Clash esports community, and next week will be the first time it is used in a competition. This video will be about what is ELO, how it is applied in Clash of Clans, and what it can bring to our community. ELO is a ranking system which measures performance of an individual or a team. If you already know about it, it's probably from chess, but it's also used in many other sports and esports. The closest thing we ever had to it in CoC E-Sports were the ESL ladder systems. But this is different, both in how the matches are scored and in the fact that it runs continually without resetting. In our system, each team starts with 1500 points, and then wins and loses points in every match they play. The amount of points you win or lose in a match depends on the difference in rating between the two teams, the result, and a multiplier which depends on the competition the match was a part of. The ELO Bot is being integrated with Rush GG, League Utils, and it pays special attention to Worlds qualifiers as well. The ELO Bot has actually been running for months now, tracked hundreds of teams, and has already logged in thousands of matches. And as you can see from this current snapshot of the rankings, some of the best teams have already started rising to the top. The rankings are still in the process of settling in though, and the team can still rise and fall very quickly right now. So if your team is lower ranked at the moment, don't worry. The ELO Bot is not made just to rank teams. It is meant to be an important resource for the competitive community by providing a way to seed teams and for everyone to have access to some valuable data. We want to provide all competitions with a way to seed their qualifiers and final brackets to avoid the best teams meeting in the first rounds, and we hope this will make CoC Esports a more safe investment for esports orgs. But this will not only benefit the so-called big teams by splitting them up in the qualifiers. Any team which is currently underrated can rise through the ranks based on objective performance ratings and get noticed by tournament organizers, esports orgs, and the community as a whole. So with the ability to seed teams according to ELO ratings, competitions will have less of an incentive to invite all the most famous teams, to prevent them eliminate each other in a randomly seeded bracket. Or if they do invite teams to the later stages of their tournaments, they could base it more or completely on ELO. The Itsu Cup next week will be the first tournament in which qualifiers will be seeded according to ELO. Out of all the teams who apply, the 32 teams with the highest ELO will be seeded and spread across the bracket according to their ranks. And there will be 2 qualifiers instead of the usual 1 qualifier and a set of invited teams. And the playoffs will be seeded according to performance in the qualifiers. Also, since the ELO Bot tracks so many matches, it is also a deposit of a lot of great data. You can use the ELO Bot to track performances of your or any other team. You can see the current hit rates of all players in a certain team, recent match results, recent ELO trends, and a lot more. So, join the CCN server, see if your team is already on the ELO Bot, and register it if it's not. The CCN server is also a place where you can make connections, learn about the current and upcoming competitions, and talk about the esports scene in general. The links to the CCN server and the Itsu Cup qualifiers are in the description below. You can also leave any question about the ELO Bot in the comments and I will respond to them, or maybe even make a follow-up video. And if you want, you can subscribe to my channel because I will start doing content about the esports community again, as well as my own take on Legend League and a lot of other fun stuff. See you around, Chiefs.